So first of all, how are you?
I'm doing great today. Thanks for asking, Faizan. And what about you?
Yep, pretty good. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
Okay, so as we have talked earlier also, but could you please introduce yourself for me and for my viewers?
Okay, yeah, sure. So my name is
Mhm,
Sarah, and I'm from
mhm,
India. I've been teaching English for more than 2 years now.
mhm.
And as a teacher, my life revolves around two things, learning and teaching. These are two of my biggest passions, and I help learners with the pronunciation, grammar, conversational English, fluency, and confidence. And
Mhm.
apart from this, my hobbies are reading books and I also enjoy doing exercise. That's all about me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is
Mhm.
Fazan Sheikh, and I'm from
Mhm.
Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I hold a bachelor's degree in microbiology and currently pursuing my master's in same field. And
Mhm.
nowadays, I am more passionate toward learning this language, which lead to
Mhm.
start my own YouTube channel. And through this platform, I am sharing my insights and helping the other students and my other co-learners to build their confidence and enhance their communication. So this is all about me.
Okay, great. That's
Hmm.
amazing. I have
Hmm.
watched some of your videos on YouTube. I have watched some of your videos on YouTube. I
Hmm.
like the content. You invite the people and do the
Hmm.
conversational video with them. So it's like amazing idea.
Yep, I on daily basis I write an email to lots of and YouTuber, okay, and try to
Mhm.
have a conversation with them so
Mhm.
that I can know about how they are learning. Okay, and
Mhm.
yep, we often heard from lots of people that if you want to improve, then try to have a conversation with the people who are more advanced than you. Okay,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
that's the
better than
reason.
you in English, you can say. Better
Mhm,
than
yep.
you in English, right?
Hmm.
Great.
Right, and I can feel you that you are better than me. So as you are
And I
teaching,
don't think so. I
no.
don't think so. Yeah.
So, okay,
Mhm.
so the first question I want to ask you that. What are the common mistake a learner makes
Mhm.
while learning this language, and
Okay,
what,
so
yeah,
Yes,
and
please
what they
continue
should
asking me.
avoid?
Okay, so learners often make mistakes such as
Mm-hmm,
okay, forgetting to use articles.
mm-hmm,
They are also confused with countable and uncountable nouns and plural forms. And pronunciation is a major problem among learners. They often mispronounce words like they pronounce dengue as a dengue. Okay, so
mm-hmm,
rigorous, they pronounce this word as rigorous, but the correct
mm-hmm,
pronunciation of this word is rigorous. Okay, so I think
mm-hmm,
that these are the common mistakes that learners they make. And apart from this, learners often they don't focus on speaking practice. They try to learn
mm-hmm,
everything passively. Okay, they try to learn
mm-hmm,
everything passively. They consume a lot of the content, but they don't apply those things in their daily conversation. So I believe that when you learn a lot and when you don't apply them into your daily practice, then it is a pointless to do.
mm-hmm,
So these are the things that learners often do.
mm-hmm. And the other thing is that, lots of people often suggest that try to speak, okay, and
Mm,
initial days, for an example, if someone is beginner, okay, so they are suggesting them that do not focus on the grammatical part. Okay.
mm,
And from like my point of view, if someone is not knowing the subject
mm,
verb agreement, the basic,
mm,
okay, and the preposition, so how
mm,
she or he can be able to form the sentence?
mm. Okay, so I think grammar is not that important when it comes to learning English. I also
Mm-hmm,
believe in this because you should know the basic grammar rules like
mm-hmm,
tense. Okay,
mm-hmm,
you should know how to frame a sentence at least before starting your English learning journey.
mm-hmm,
Okay, then only you can have a conversation with anyone. Okay, so I think knowing about the tense is something that is very important for the learners.
mm-hmm,
Okay, and if they don't know, then they can even watch the videos because we learn a lot by listening to others. So
mm-hmm,
when I started my English learning journey, so that time I went through some basic grammar rules,
Mm-hmm.
okay, before starting my speaking journey.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
after once I understood like almost few topics of a grammar, then I started my speaking journey. Because it was after that it was easy for me to have a conversation with anyone around me.
Mm-hmm.
At least I was able to frame a sentence accurately. I was making mistake while framing a sentence also, but I was making mistake while framing a sentence also, but I think everyone makes mistake, right? Even now
Mm-hmm.
also I make a lot of mistakes while speaking. I also sometimes I also sometimes make mistakes with articles. I forget to use articles many times. So yeah, it happens.
And
Hmm.
like I felt that in initial when you like starting the
Hmm.
when you started speaking, okay, so it's a quite hard to like always remember in your mind that you are keep reminding yourself that you have to frame the sentence in subject verb object subject verb object, okay.
Hmm.
So it's like a quite hectic. I sometimes find it. And
Yeah, it's
like
a quite hectic thing to do,
yeah.
but like even now also some learners they struggle to form a WH questions. Why are
Mm-hmm.
you going there? Right? So
Mm-hmm.
WH where so they find difficulty to frame a such kind of a questions, and even I was finding difficulty to frame a such kind of a questions a year ago, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
now because I do a lot of a practice, I take a lot of a sessions, so now I'm just getting used to.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have watched your lots of video, and in every video you have suggested that the practice is only the key of the improvement, the consistent
Yeah.
practice. Okay,
Yes. Hmm.
so yep, like I also felt that if you are not practicing on the daily basis, okay, if you are
Hmm.
not reading, writing, and it's like you are just consuming, if you are not implementing, okay, so it's not going to take you anyway,
Hmm.
right?
Right. If you're learning without the intention of applying it, then it's pointless.
Right, and it may create in yourself
Hmm.
the doubt or skepticism.
Hmm.
Okay, if you are
Hmm.
not like implementing whatsoever you are learning. So the
Hmm.
same goes for the academics learning also. As I am
Hmm.
pursuing my masters in microbiology, okay, and sometime I like read some of the topics. Okay, if
Hmm.
I'm not sharing those topics with other learners or with my students, then definitely after 2 days or 3 days, I'm going to forget about it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this happens.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, so
But when I was in the college, I used to cram my
mhm,
answers a lot. And this is what
mhm.
we used to teach during the school time. And I did the same and in the college time also. But when I completed my graduation after that, I realized that understanding the topic is more important than mugging up.
Right,
Hmm.
right. Understanding is important because as a teacher nowadays, I have to understand the topic, the concepts more clearly for my
Hmm.
students. Then I am able to explain them. Okay, then I am able to like I am able to deliver the lecture more clearly and precisely.
Hmm. And I also do the same, especially when it comes to grammar, because I find grammar quite boring thing.
Mhm.
For me, it's kind of a boring, so I really don't like learning grammars at all. But for teaching purpose, I need to learn first before having the session with the learners. Before
Mhm.
having the grammar session with the learners, yeah.
Mhm. And like I have completed my schooling in throughout English medium school only. But
Hmm.
till my 12th standard, I haven't like know about the basic tenses because like I was in a science stream. Okay,
Hmm.
so I always thinking that what is going to be use of this thing. Okay,
Hmm.
in future.
I also
So I
felt the
haven't,
same.
yeah, I
I
haven't
also felt the
focused.
same. Uh-huh.
But when I like come into my like entered into my college, my first year.
Hmm.
Okay, and my friend told me that if you want to get any job, so you need to be have a good communication and a good command over this language. So that time I started practicing
Hmm.
practice, and yep, it's like one kind of journey is like going and going with certain obstacles and excitement.
I think everyone is learning the language for the same purpose because they want to crack the interview. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the main goal of the English learners and
Mm-hmm.
many other learners also. Without English, I don't think anyone can be able to crack the interview.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
Hmm.
Okay. So the other question, like which I want to ask you, like many of the people are confusing between the formal and informal English.
Hmm.
So could you
Okay.
please differentiate between the formal and informal?
Okay, so I think the difference between formal and informal
Mm-hmm.
English lies in how we use words and structure sentences. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when we use words and like we always use this formal English in professional settings,
Mm-hmm.
like during interviews, business meetings, and we avoid using slangs and contractions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, and informal English is like a casual conversation, like the way
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing right now with you. So it's more like a casual conversation. So here I can even say, like in informal English, we say, I don't have time. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have time for this. But in formal English, I'm going to say, I can't make time for this work. I can't make time at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is how we use the formal and informal English. Informal is more common among friends,
Mm-hmm.
relatives, when we are interacting with the people, but for business meetings and professional settings, we use formal English.
Mm-hmm. And the another thing is that like while we are learning English, okay, so we are learning formal English or informal English. Like we are learning from the books, okay, and like
I think we are learning more about the
mhm,
academic English.
academic
I think,
English.
yeah, academic English, because teachers usually they focus, like usually what happens in the school, teachers only focus on completing their syllabus. So I think it is
Mm-hmm.
more like academic English.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think all the students they learn, they learn conversation and like formal and informal English after completing their graduation.
Yep, you are right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday I was reading an article about the
Hmm,
success
hmm,
that success is not just about that talent, okay, or luck, but it is deeply rooted in your psychology. Okay,
hmm,
so for an example, the high achievers, okay,
hmm,
so their habit, okay, and their mindset set them
hmm,
apart, right?
hmm, hmm.
So do you believe that we always have to that mindset for the success?
I think for me, the meaning of success is actually different. I think the
Mm-hmm.
meaning of success is different for everyone. People often associate with materialistic things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
people often
Mm-hmm.
associate success with materialistic things. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's very simple. Okay, having loved ones around me,
Mm-hmm.
a home, and
Mm-hmm.
where everything is of my choice. Okay, and the
Okay.
people who know how to express love and they know how to maintain the peace. So it's the definition of success for me is very simple. And I believe that above all this, I think success also means like constantly working on
Mm-hmm.
yourself and improving
Mm-hmm.
yourself every day and becoming a better than your yesterday. So yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Yep. I also resonate with you that success is about improving every day by learning a new thing.
right.
Okay. So the same thing I am doing, I am also trying to learn some new sentence structure every day, some new vocabulary. Okay, and trying to implement that word or that sentence structure deliberately.
Mm, mm.
Okay, if like the
That's what
circle.
I used to do.
Uh-huh.
That's what I used to do. And now also I do the same. Like when I learn any word, I
Mm-hmm.
write it down because I really find it difficult to remember words. I don't have an impeccable memory for names. So if the word is new for me, I write it down. I use sticky notes. And when I have a conversation with the learners, I
Mm-hmm.
intentionally try to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that too.
Because while you are having a conversation with someone, okay, So the circumstances are not like that you can use that word at that time, but you are using it deliberately because you want to learn it.
Yes. I
Okay.
used to do this a lot earlier, but now I try to use it.
Hmm.
I try to use it according to the situation.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what books or movies or any
Hmm.
podcast would you suggest for improving
I
the English?
think,
Hmm.
yeah, so first, for beginners, I would suggest this channel called Sunshine English. Sunshine
Hmm.
English. Okay, so they actually make a very good content. Okay, they
Hmm.
actually make a very good content, and it is good for the beginners because they make a content in beginner-friendly language.
Hmm.
So it is easier for the learners who are starting their journey. They can understand very well, and they also use the
Hmm.
animated videos to convey their ideas. So it's kind of interesting for the learners. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the second channel is like my all-time favorite channel is Adina Ray's channel, and I think English learners know her very well, right? So she also uses a simple English and also
Hmm.
sometimes advanced words to convey her ideas. So I also watch her videos too, and it is also good for the learners too. And third channel, I think Psych to Go. So Psych to Go, I also love watching sometimes. So this channel is all about the mental health awareness.
Hmm.
So they make a very good content using the animated movies. So these are the three channels that I prefer watching, and I always suggest my learners to watch these channels too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday only I watched the Alina Rai's video
Hmm. Hmm.
regarding 25 advanced phrase. Okay.
Hmm.
And I started watching it, but in the middle of the video, uh,
Hmm.
I think so that for now I should focus on the first basic phrase and then on the
Hmm.
advanced phrase. So
Yeah,
that time
that's
I
what the
switched.
learners they do.
Yep.
Learners sometimes what they do, they try to learn everything all at once, which is not the
Mm-hmm.
right concept. First,
Mm-hmm.
start with the basic, then move to the intermediate, like B1, B2,
Mm-hmm.
then C1. Okay, so this is how we should move. We should not jump from intermediate to advanced. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm.
Right.
And
Right.
also, I believe that try to learn a lot of the vocabulary
Yep.
every day. So we should not do that. First, we should review the old vocabularies that we have learned so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so try to use them and then start learning the new vocabulary because we find sometimes revising quite boring thing to do, and we don't revise and we forget a lot of the words. So it is better to do the revision of all those old words first before starting to learn any new words.
So, lots of people suggesting that we should learn 5 days every day. Sorry, 5 words
No,
every day.
no, I don't
So,
do that because it's hard to
mhm,
remember the five words. I just learn a one word sometimes, yeah, one word a day, I think I learn.
because I also
Mm,
find it difficult to memorize the 5 words with their meaning and with their context,
mm,
because it's not about only the meaning, and sometimes
mm,
you have to also memorize their synonyms also, because you can't
mm,
restrict yourself with only that particular word. You should
mm.
know about other alternatives also.
Yeah, try to learn a one word every day, I would say here. Just a
Hmm.
one word and try to use that word because it's not possible to use those five words with someone, right? We can only use a one or two words while having a conversation with someone. So there is a no point of you learning all these words. Just learn one or two.
Hmm. Today I
I
was
learned
reading.
only one word. I
Uh-huh.
only learned one word. I only learned one word, and I tried these days. My focus is only on revising those old words that I have learned so far. Okay,
Hmm.
because what happens, we forget a lot. We
Hmm.
forget a lot. So it's important to review those words thoroughly, okay, before starting to learn any new words.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Today I was reading, so I came
Mm,
across a word resilience. I know it
mm,
but
mm,
I often came across with this word, but I don't know
mm.
the meaning. So today I found
Okay.
out the meaning. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I found out that, and I'm going to use it. That someone,
Bounce back. I think bounce
yeah,
back, that is the meaning.
bounce back.
Bounce back.
Yeah,
Mm,
from the difficult situation. If someone
mm,
is uh,
mm,
fail after doing
mm,
anything. Okay,
mm,
so rather they're considering it
mm,
this as a setback,
mm,
bounce back. Okay, and
mhm,
identify your mistakes, and then
mm,
we continue.
mm. Okay, very good. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to ask me, because I have asked you a lots of question.
So, how is your English speaking practice going on these days?
Yep, it's
You're just throwing a lot of your questions back to back on me. So, I'm really enjoying. I'm just feeling like I'm
mhm.
giving an interview and you're a recruiter.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, so yep, trying to learn every day a new words. Okay,
mm,
and the most important thing is trying to implement those things whatsoever
mm,
I am learning, because
mm,
simultaneously I have to maintain my English learning journey also and my academic studies also.
mhm.
So
And
yep,
you're also
and
working as an offline teacher, right? You're also
yep, I'm
working as an
also working as
offline
a
teacher. So
teacher.
how do you strike a balance between going to the school and learning a language and running a YouTube channel? I feel like it's a quite daunting task.
Yep, you are right. But trying to manage all this thing, because I'm not uploading the videos on everyday basis. So it's
Mm-hmm.
in week I upload 3 videos, or sometime it's maybe 2 videos. That's it. And yep, my ultimate goal is to become a professor. So nowadays I am also
Wow.
thinking to start the preparation of CSIR exam. It's a competitive exam. So I'm thinking to
Mm-hmm.
start my preparation, because after 2 months I'm going to appear for my PhD in
Mm-hmm.
the same field in microbiology. So
Mm-hmm.
one of my colleague and my friend suggested
Ollie.
me that,
It's
yeah, colleagues.
Ollie. Mm-hmm.
Like, thank you for correcting me. So they suggested me that you should first try for the CSIR exam. Okay, if you are
Mm-hmm.
able to clear that exam, then you
Mm-hmm.
can apply for the assistant professor and for the
Mm-hmm.
junior research field, JRF. So there are
Mm-hmm.
both the field, and in both the field, the government is providing the subsidy. Okay, one kind of yep, so subsidy you can say scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's an around per
Subsidy is
month.
more like a scholarship.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like
Mm.
if you are if you are selecting for the JRF, junior research field. Okay, then
Mm.
the government is going to give you, as you are starting your research. Okay, so
Mm.
government will going to give you around 33 or 35K per month.
Mm.
So
Okay.
nowadays
And
I'm
for that
thinking to
also you
start.
need to devote, I think for that salary you need to devote at least 2 years or two and a
Not
half years. Some people they crack the interview, they just crack the exam in one
mhm,
year. But for some people who are a slow learner, it takes them a time. It takes
uh,
time for them, right, to crack that
mhm,
exam. Hmm.
mhm.
I also
So I
sometimes
did.
think of doing such kind of a thing. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I'm a quite lazy person. I'm a quite lazy these days because I just want to focus on creating a content for my YouTube channel and
Mm-hmm.
want to hone my teaching skills. Want to hone
Mm-hmm.
my teaching skills because no matter how good you are at something, you should keep
Mm-hmm.
learning that thing every day. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah,
Yep, you should always have the growth mindset.
not the fixed mindset. And I really
Yeah.
don't like people with the fixed mindset.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Hmm.
right, right, right. Yep, definitely you should go for the UPSC.
Oh my God. I don't think that it is my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to do something that aligns with my interest. I always
Mm-hmm.
like to do something that aligns with my interest. Okay, that aligns with my interest. And I don't think that UPSC or preparing for any exam is
Mm-hmm.
something that I want for myself. I just love speaking, okay,
Yep.
speaking English and Hindi. Okay, I enjoy talking with the people and sometimes also singing, but I'm more like a bathroom singer, a bathroom singer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like a professional singer, but yeah, I know about what I like, and I really want to do
Mm-hmm.
something that aligns with my interest. Hmm.
Yep,
I don't
definitely
want
you
to be the
should.
part of the rat race, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to
Right.
be the part of the rat race. Hmm.
Definitely, you should do what's like what you are passionate for, what you are enjoying,
Mm.
because then you are going to make the more progress, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think so. It's already 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
That.
When I find anyone's vibe more peaceful, so I become a
Mhm,
quite expressive kind of a person. I
mhm.
keep talking, and I even forget about the time. So it's almost
Mhm.
28 minutes now.
Because you, as you stated earlier, that you are teaching English for the last 2 years, right?
Mm,
So
yes,
it's kind of like a journey, and like we, as a teacher, we always love to impart our knowledge. Okay, so that's
yes.
how like we are also learning, and we are also helping others,
Yeah, of course.
right?
You're right. Yeah. And I really enjoy sharing my knowledge, okay, with
Hmm.
others, especially with the learners. And I always believe that I live by the saying that knowledge shines when it is shared with a lot of the people. I love learning and sharing the knowledge with learners. Yeah,
Right,
especially
right, right.
related to English because English is my passion.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
And yep, it's like it's quite difficult to find people like you, because like they are speaking so fluently. Okay, and they are like after a long time. Yeah, thank you for like giving me your precious time, because as a tutor it's hard to
Hmm.
give the time. Okay,
Mhm.
so thank you
Yeah,
for that.
but I always, whenever you invite me for a such kind of, and thanks, I'm so sorry that I made you wait for too long for this conversation video. Actually, I was busy. At the same
Hmm.
time, I was feeling under the weather.
Hmm.
Okay. So now I'm perfectly fine. So today I decided to do this
Hmm.
conversation video with you. And also like as a teacher, like I never tried to do such kind of a conversation videos before. I have recently started
Hmm.
doing that in my channel too. So I'm always scared when the recording button is pressed. The moment
Hmm.
somebody pressed that recording button, I just start feeling quite nervous and anxious at that time.
Hmm.
But that only stays for a few seconds, I would say.
Hmm.
Okay, for a few seconds, like I just feel that way for a 20 seconds, and then the moment I start having the conversation, I forgot about my fear. I forget
Right.
about my fear. So I think this happens with everyone, and people, when you want to invite them to have a conversation with you for your YouTube channel,
Hmm.
they're always going to talk about the fear that they have, and sometimes they make excuses, right? Because these are the things that happen with everyone. I know how to hide that nervousness from my face because I have
Hmm.
been learning English for a quite long time now. So I
Hmm.
know how to hide that nervousness. And some people, they are actually very confident enough, just like you. Yeah, because you're not scared of doing such kind of a conversational video, right?
Hmm.
You don't hesitate before inviting the people. Okay. So this is
Hmm.
something very unique about you. Otherwise, I'm a person. If I were you, I would feel quite nervous while doing such a conversational video. So yeah. But the
So,
best thing about me nowadays that I don't let my fear to
mhm,
prevent me from moving forward. I try to face the situation.
okay.
Hmm,
So, yep, like in most of the cases, people are not trying because they are fearing of making mistake. Okay.
hmm,
So it's going to create a hindrance on your journey.
hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yep, I know that I'm not perfect. I'm on a journey. Okay, to learn
Hmm,
this language, and despite of making lots of mistake, but trying every day to improve, to make the
right.
improvement. Okay, and
Hmm.
inviting a people. So,
Yeah, that's a
so
very good thing that you are
yeah.
doing. And that will help you to improve your English. So it's good.
Hmm.
And always invite people who is better than you in English. So definitely
Hmm.
you are going to learn a lot from them.
Hmm.
Okay.
Definitely, definitely.
Hmm.
Okay. So, so it's a wonderful session with you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was even I also enjoyed having this
Mhm.
conversation with you. So thank you for your time, Faizan.
Mhm.
So
And the
bye-bye. Take care.
important thing, just one thing that
Mhm,
I love the way you are speaking because it's not about always the speaking, okay? But you
mhm,
also see someone's expression and their tone and their body language.
mhm,
Okay, so it's
mhm,
all like it's an essential thing. You have to focus on this also. So I love your like body language, okay? Because it's like sometime you are having a conversation with the person, okay, and you are not having that vibe. Okay. So
mhm,
after
mhm.
15 or 16 minutes, you are going to say, okay, now it's done. I'm done from my side. Okay. But now it's already 33, 34 minutes. Okay. And the vibe is completely different.
Okay, yeah. So even I'm also feeling the same from your side too, because you are
Mhm,
also talkative person, so I'm enjoying the conversation. I enjoyed a lot having a conversation with you today. So thank you
mhm.
so much for your time.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yep.
Take care.
Bye.
See you.
See you. Bye.